Welcome back to more Trial of Ascension challenge, everyone. So last time we made it to floor number 84. Okay, so this one here has 3 Occult Girls as bosses, and yes, it's ×2 speed once again, because like I said in the last video, I am going to be putting Area 1 and Area 2 of every single floor in ×2 speed, and then Area 3, which is the boss room or mini boss room, depending on the floor, in ×1 speed, because that's actually the hard part. Hey, somebody put a comment about a Wind Penguin Knight, I just saw it. Yeah, Wind Penguin Knight, oh my god, that guy has potential for TOA hard. Once I get his skill ups, he will be amazing, he will shine. TOA hard is just something that I have not really done all that much. I mean, first of all, it takes a ridiculous amount of time to actually even complete that. Like, what the hell? Like, you know? I don't know why, but... Well, I mean, I do know why. It's because of the ridiculous HP and defense. You know, but... Like... It just takes way too long, and honestly, because of everything that's going on in my life, you know, whether it's school or other extracurricular stuff and just everything else I do for YouTube, like, it's hard to find time to be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and do the next 20 floors of TOA hard, you know, 40 to 60, which, like, it's just, it'll take hours. It'll take hours to do that because of how ridiculous each stage is. So some of them will take like 20 minutes, some of them, like, the boss rooms maybe like closer to 30 minutes. It's crazy, but I mean, it is something that I am interested in doing in the future, you know, that TOA hard challenge, although right now I'm just doing, you know, normal challenge, and yeah, hopefully I can make it to the very end, because, you know, I beat Laura and Charlotte, and as of the time that I'm doing these post commentaries, I haven't made it to the very end, so we'll see, we will see. I just don't know. I mean, in the next few videos, when I do more post commentaries, I guess I can talk about the future, although at the same time I probably don't want to, because I don't want to spoil it for you guys as to how far I actually went. So, yeah, that would probably be a better thing to do, to actually not even talk about it. Yeah, by the way, those wind serpents, I've heard that they're actually really good for PvP. I've heard. The main reason is because they don't actually have a true weakness, because, you know, they resist fire, their weakness is whatever, like 50%. So they don't have a true weakness. And also because of their skill combinations. I mean, first of all, serpents have a pretty good skill for skill 1, in which they remove beneficial effects. It's pretty rare to find that, you know. And then the second skill, I don't know if it was an ATB reduction. I might be wrong on that, but I forgot. But I have heard that they're good. Oh yeah, this floor here, well, you know, it's an Annabelle, which is the water, a Laura, the light, and a, I believe it's Nikki, the dark. Nikki is one of my favorite female names ever. Yeah. Okay, that might have been crazy, but like just random. But it is, like, I just like, because when I think of Nikki, I think of something like so innocent and adorable and cute. So, like, I don't know, it feels really like it really suits a cute little girl, you know? Like, you know, if I one day have a daughter, you know, I would love to name her Nikki, just because it sounds so amazing. Yeah, let's talk about female names, you know? Well, yeah, while we're doing TOA, let's talk about female names. So what are your favorites? My favorites are, like I just said, Nikki. I also love Monica. Monica, to me, oh, that name, yeah, it's awesome. And then, what's the other one? Well, yeah, Nikki, Monica, Alice. I like Alice a lot. And probably Mallory. Mallory is a pretty cool name, you know? I mean, okay, the main reason why well, actually that's not the main reason. I mean, I always enjoyed Mallory, like the name as in Mallory, for years and years, but then eventually once I started with YouTube and I started watching a channel called Steven Plays, or Steven Vlog, your 2 channels. Steven Vlog, Steven Plays, whatever. Basically it's a guy, Steven, of course, but then like his wife is called Mallory, and then I don't know, like that, you know, seeing, okay, because I only knew one person ever in my life called Mallory, and then, you know, by the time I started watching YouTube, man, I was like, oh, like, look at this YouTuber here, Mallory. Like, I don't know, it's one of those things, like, it just sticks with you, you know? But yeah, it's a nice name. But yeah, those are my top 3, I would say. Nikki, or top 4, sorry, what the hell? Nikki, Monica, Alice, and Mallory. So what are your top names? Actually, let's talk about male names. I don't know. The only name that I really like about a male name would be Aiden. But then again, Aiden, I've heard that some females are actually, I don't know. A-I-D-E-N, Aiden. But then there's also A-I-D-A-N. And I'm not entirely sure, but I think one of those refers to one gender and the other one the other. Like A-N would be female and E-N would be male. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know completely, but Aiden sounds cool. But again, if it's a name for both genders, then, well, it's not just a male name, and everything I just said does not count. Okay, so we cleared floor 84, and then, you know, after a pretty hard floor, you know, of 3 Occult Girls, they decide to give us a floor with a freaking Pierrette and 2 Elusias. And I'm like, I'll take it. You know, I love it when they go from extreme difficulty to, like, average difficulty from one floor to another. And then in this one, they put JoJo's and then Fire Vagabonds, which I don't even know what the hell their names are. And, like, I mean, JoJo's can be quite annoying with bombs, but if you have Veramos, JoJo's are a piece of cake. They're a joke, man. And then the, you know, the Fire Vagabonds, they can, like, do AoE Provoke, I believe, and, again, Veramos can cleanse that, so Veramos is godlike in here, you know? These guys are a joke. Get it? Because he's JoJo, he's a joke. Okay, that's stupid. That's a stupid joke. Yeah, so you heard the bombs and provoking, but then Veramos is like, screw your bombs. And then, yeah, that happens. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, in this one, I would recommend going for JoJo's first, because JoJo's can, I mean, they're offensive monsters, so, you know, they can be quite lethal. Whereas Vagabonds are just like, hey, I'm a Vagabond that provokes. And, like, that's it. That's it. So, like, what the hell? They're nothing. And then the second one, okay, this one is, yeah, this one is average in difficulty as well. I mean, first of all, they're both offensive. Both of those monsters are offensive types. And then Shumars are actually ridiculously fast. Probably the fastest monster in the entire game with a base speed of 128, assuming your passive works. Yeah. I mean, only other monsters that compete would be like Spectra, which, I mean, see, Spectra, because I had a comment tell me that Spectra is faster than Shumar, and it's situational. In certain situations, Shumar is faster, in others, Spectra. Because, like, okay, if you give Shumar and Spectra equivalent runes, I mean, first of all, their base is 128 Shumar versus 126 Spectra. Shumar initially wins. But then, you give them runes. If you give them a slot 2 speed rune, it's a fixed amount, which means that Shumar still wins if you compare the same speed. Also comparing the same substats. But if you give a Swift set, Spectra actually benefits more from the Swift set. Why? Because Swift is basically a multiplicative, you know, bonus towards the base speed. Shumar technically doesn't have base speed because it's not the name imprinted into the speed stat. Instead, it's 113 and then plus 15, which in a way makes it 128 his base speed, but not base to a percentage bonus from Swift. It's very strange, but basically Spectre would have more speed. However, if Shumar gets hit even once, Shumar's speed goes up even crazier, so then Shumar would be faster. So, like, it depends, you know? If you give them both a Swift rune, Spectre would be faster in the situation. If Shumar has anything less than 100% HP, then Shumar would have more speed than Spectra. So again, situational on who's faster, it just depends on the certain situation. I guess, like, you know, I said that he's the fastest monster in the Shumar video, but I probably should have taken that back and say, I was not going to say Spectra, hell no, but I was going to say, he's arguably, I don't know if I did say arguably the fastest monster, I'm not sure. If I said arguably, then that's cool. If I didn't, I wish I could go back and say arguably, or, you know, situationally the fastest monster, something like that. And then I would explain everything I just said. But, yeah. Man, that's the problem with these, you know, monster strategy videos that I do, because, you know, I finish one, and then usually everything goes well, but occasionally I like you know, I finished one, and then a few days later I'm like, oh man, why didn't I say this, or why did I say that? I mean, if I said something I shouldn't have, something inaccurate, I can of course cut it out, you know, it's fine. But if I missed out on something, it's not as easy, because then I have to like do some crazy, like I would have to then make a different audio track, say it for like 5 seconds, whatever I was gonna say, and then put it onto video somehow. But if I don't have enough video, you know, in length, I can't talk that much more, so like it's harder. You know, it's a lot better if I say something inaccurate and then edit it out later, compared to if I miss saying something, because if I miss saying something, I get pissed off and I'm like, oh damn it, why did I say that, you know, I shouldn't have. Or like, oh, well, like, why did I miss saying this very key component to this monster? Like, for example, Lulu. When I did the Lulu video, I had a comment immediately after from, I believe it was, Luyan Fan. I think it was it? I have to check back on it, but I'm pretty sure it was. And it was like, oh, Lulu can be used for Dragon's B10 also, not just raids. And then I looked at the comment and I was like, wait a minute, did I really not say that Lulu can be used for Dragon's 10? And I was like, facepalm. I mean, obviously I knew that, but I forgot to say it. Like, I can't believe I forgot to say that. I mean, yes, I did then reply, and I was like, oh yeah, but you know, Konamiya is a much better monster for Dragon's B10, and they're both 2-star water equivalents. You know, just because I wouldn't want people to be like, oh, I'm gonna get Lulu just for you know, Dragon's B10. And, you know, I just put the reply there, you know, so other people in the future can be like, oh, no, actually, I should use Konamiya. But yeah, that comment was right by Luyan's fan, in which Lulu is a good monster for B10. But again, if you have Konamiya, you're probably not going to use Lulu, because they're similar monsters, but Konamiya just outshines Lulu late in the game, like Dragon's B10. But yeah, that's a perfect example, you know. I missed saying something that I should have. And then, yeah, just sucks. But anyway, more about TOA. So we are currently at floor number 86. And, I mean, as you can see, they take a while. Every single floor takes a while. And I mean, actually, hard by this point would be ridiculous, you know, taking up a hell of a lot more time. But even then, TOA normal still takes quite a while, even right here. I mean, the floor 90 boss is, I forgot his name, but it's the Dark Sylph. And, that boss, man, I mean, I've seen things online, forums. It's like, if that boss with his minions gets put late in the TOA, people struggle. It's him and the Dark Pioneer whom which they struggle with. The Dark Pioneer is pretty insane, you know, Wunza. Yeah. Anyway, this one here has 2 Fire 9-tailed Fox and 1 Dark, which I can't believe I forgot their freaking name. Oh my god. Whatever. The point is that this one is an average difficulty, not extremely hard. I mean, actually, anytime there is 3 monsters in a mini-boss floor compared to 5, it's generally easier. It generally is easier fighting the 3. I mean, there are some that only have 2, you know? There are some. I just forget which ones. Like, I know there's a floor of, Zyros and Jamair together, I think. And then just a few others, you know? Yeah. And usually they're not that hard. I mean, Zyros and Jamair could potentially be difficult if you don't have a provoking, but if you do, they're a cakewalk. That's the thing about dragons. Dragons are like, I mean, pretty much every single element is devastating, but provoking them is like, a provoking to me looks like a hard counter for a dragon. Like, yes, I know provoking works for every monster, you know, in a way, effectively, but against the dragons, it's more so. Why? Because their first attack doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't give a debuff or anything, it's just a basic bolt attack. So, you know, if you, like, for example, Zyros. Zyros is known for having 2 freaking OP AoE moves, you know, like, that's why he's so good. But if you provoke him, he's gonna use his little pathetic bolt. It's like, okay, whatever, attack me. And that's it. Like, you shut him down completely. Other monsters can at least have some use with their first one, with their first skill, you know? They can actually be still somewhat formidable, but dragons? No. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, they're one of those examples, you know, where they're one of the best monsters in the game, unless provoked. Yes, unless provoked. Like, that's how I see it. And I'm sure that's how a lot of people see it. But of course, you know, if you run violent on any of them, it could counter that because, again, freaking violent runes. Freaking violent runes. Proccing out of stuns and inability effects and provoking too, because, you know, that would attack and they get an extra turn and use their AoE. Damn violence. Okay, so this is now floor number 87... Wait, 7? Yeah, 87. Which means more times 2 speed. And here, the water high elementals could actually be quite a problem for Beretta, because they have Tectonic Shift. And Beretta's fire. Yeah, and the buff that Shannon currently gave. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, first of all, that's one of the reasons why I didn't use Verti-Heal in this one, because well, I mean, it wasn't this, it was because of the freaking bosses being water, but good thing I didn't, because if I would have brought 2 fires, that would not have been so well here in Area 1 and also Area 3 with the mini-boss, you know, which you'll see in just a bit. So, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, that's the problem with post-commentaries, you know? You do them, and then you're like, what else should I do? I don't know. Because, like, I did everything. I did everything I possibly could have to, like, make this... to, like, just get my point across. So I'm just waiting for floor 87 to be done. And in the next video, I will for sure be doing 88, 89, and 90. Oh, floor 90. Which is that Dark Sylph boss that I just mentioned. Yeah, that's, you know, I mean, a lot of people dread certain bosses in TOA. For me, it's the Dark Pioneer Wunza, and then this guy. Dark bosses, huh? What's up with dark bosses? Those two, and then I guess Laura and Charlotte to an extent, because they are crazy sometimes. They are crazy cute girls. Man. See, this one also had more... Oh yeah, this is actually... Okay, I was pissed here. I remember this. This floor was actually quite difficult because they had 3 freaking Tyrons who used their stupid AoE freezing, which is so annoying. And then with Beretta, I was like, oh my god, like, I can't believe this. Beretta's gonna die. I'm not gonna be the boss. Actually, here's the funny thing. Beretta died right here. And I was like, I'm dead. I'm so dead. The hilarious thing is that I actually found in this floor, Area 2, to be harder than Area 3. Because in Area 2, you know, full HP, everything, one of my monsters actually died. With 5 monsters. In Area 3, you will see something rather interesting. As soon as my freaking monsters can actually kill this Tyron. Hurry up and kill a Tyron. Okay, right here. It's a Gina with 2, what the hell are those, Pierrots or whatever? Yeah. 2 Pierrots. Oh, and now I remember what happened. Yeah, because I edited the video, of course. I mean, come on, it's freaking post-commentary. Yes, because I brought Verti-Heal, I remember. And then I died. I died in that floor. Yes, I remember that. That's what happened. Because I lost Verti-Heal and Beretta both on the same floor. And then I came here, and I couldn't do it with 3-on-3. You know, I just couldn't. But then I came here, switched out Verti-Heal, put Shannon. Yeah, that's right, I edited out the failed attempt because, I mean, come on, who's to see a failed attempt here? I'll show failed attempts on the boss stages, like 80, 90. But not this one, because it's a waste of time. But yeah, you know, in this one, I ended up switching out Verti-Heal, so I only had 1 Fire Beretta. He died. So it was 4-on-3. The funny thing is that with 4-on-3, I was actually able to do it and not lose a single monster. But when it was 3-on-3, I did actually, you know, lose. So overall, I could say Area 2 of this floor actually gave me the most trouble. Because they, in total, killed 3 monsters. They killed Verti-Heal, Beretta, and second attempt they killed Beretta. And yeah, I mean, yes, this one killed 3 monsters, technically 2, you know, first try, 3-on-3, I died with 3. But no, that's because it was 3-on-3. The other ones killed 3 monsters when it was 5-on-5 the entire time. And non-boss stages, you know, so it was like, whoa. Much different. But yeah, you know, I end up, I mean, you can already tell that I'm gonna win this. I mean, seriously, come on. Look at it, it's a 1-on-4. It's a 1-on-4, and then you're stunned, and then you're debuffed with attack and defense, and you're basically screwed. So, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say. So once this finishes up, I am going to end the video because it's around 20 minutes or so, which means that next time I will be doing floor number 88, 89, and 90. And oh man, moving on to the final stages of the TOA, right? That's right. Alright, so with this, we obtain another summoning stone, and that's a video. Thank you for watching, goodbye everybody, and until next time.